Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, a little girl clicked her red heels and returned to here, Kansas, where werewolves and vampires and changelings do their whatever they do. In this scene, we're going to focus on werewolves, though. Scene 469. And with that, the scene begins in the umbral side, just outside the sept of whatever the sept is called. I don't even know out of character. But there'll be a cool, calm howl go out. I, Victoria Looning, Stormcrow's daughter, half moon of the Shadow Lord tribe, born on 2 legs, do come to acknowledge my presence and offer my services to this sept should they have need of me, be it the sept as a whole or packs individually, or even for an individual if they so have need. I am here, and I am at your service.
And then homegirl's trying to get down on me for trying to say, oh yeah, you ain't got a boyfriend, so you ain't shit, so I hit her. And then she stopped talking.
Hey, another Shadow Lord.
Alexandra perks up.
Let's go see. Let's go see. She's just like, kind of like, you know, trotting along. Let's go see who the newcomer is.
Anything is better than anything is better than Alexandra continually bragging about all the bitches that she whooped in high school.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, Lita will just roll her eyes and be like, you ain't no rude, though. And
and Caroline's just kind of looking away from them like, oh god, are they gonna fight again?
Bitch fight! Oh. But yeah, so Lita will go investigate to see who it is. New Garou, who dis?
As you approach, you'll see her smoking a cigarette.
Holy shit, is that Mila Yakovich? Alexandra said that out loud to her pack, by the way.
Lita will laugh. A lot of
Caroline will kind of. Caroline will like actually pull out her phone and be like, "I think it is."
I mean, she did say that her name is what, Stormcrow's daughter? Half Moon. She goes to introduce herself. Hello.
Greetings.
I am Lita Gabris, a full moon of the Black Furies, born on 2 legs, the Oath of the Nation.
The pleasure, Yuff.
And she turns to her pack, and this is my pack. I am their alpha. This is my beta.
Yeah.
And she then motions for Alexandra to introduce herself.
Alexandra's hand goes down as it looks like she was going to cough and mention that Lita's also alpha before she mentioned she was alpha. She wasn't sure if Lita forgot.
Fuck no, she didn't forget.
Alexandra will say, I am Alexandra Knight, Cleoth, born under a gibbous moon, to the Shadow Lord tribe, born on 2 legs.
It's an honor, Yuff.
Likewise.
And your quiet hiding companion?
Sorry. My name is Caroline Blanc. I'm Clieth, child of Gaia, Theurge.
Quite a pack you have forming here. Is this all of it?
For now,
She'll nod. Well, as I said, I'm available if people need me.
you like to come on Sept?
She doesn't look overly eager to do that. She doesn't say no, though.
Um, Alexandra will kind of move on over to Lita and say, Alpha, you happen to know Rite of Cleansing?
I do. Endures the Nightmare taught me.
She just nods.
And she'll perform the rite of cleansing on Stormcrow's daughter.
And
Caroline will offer to help too, since both of them know Rite of Cleansing.
Okay, they can both cleanse her, that's fine. Get a double cleansing.
So when you guys are going to do the cleansing, she recognizes what you're about to do, and she just kind of stands tall and firm and just starts taking a long, slow, steady breaths.
Lita will notice this and she looks at her very curiously. But they begin the rite of cleansing.
I guess it works because there's two of us. I don't know. We can't roll it.
Yeah, since we can't roll it, I would just say that we do it. But Lita is trying to get a read on Victoria's face. She senses that there's something off.
Once you guys are finished, she relaxes and takes a drag on her cigarette.
She tilts her head. What kind of shit you bring into this sept?
Just my existence.
And what exactly is your existence?
I am a half moon. I judge things. I am just and fair and make sure the litany's upheld.
Okay, of course, but there just seems to be something off.
And why do you think something's off?
Because I've never seen anyone look like you just did during a rite of cleansing.
And I hope you never do again.
There was only one other person that I remember not liking Rite of Cleansing, and that was what was his name?
Dusty?
Yes. Out of character, I would have known because she has eidetic memory, but I can't remember.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Valiant remembers many things.
Dusty. Lita will just kind of sigh. You can't come on Sept, can you?
She'll shake her head no.
At least not without setting off our wards.
She just gives that kind of grimacing smile.
Why?
Let's see. From what I've been told, let's see. The spirals attacked the village that I was born into. They took all of the infants. There were like four of us. They were doing a ritual on us one by one. I was the last one. The first three had already began morphing and changing, but the ritual was interrupted. A taint still clings to me until I can figure out what that ritual was and find a way to undo it.
She looks at Caroline. It's like we have work to do.
Yeah, it looks like it.
She can't come on Sept, so she can't stay on Sept. She's gonna need a place to stay.
I usually stay in hotel rooms.
Lita wrinkles her nose. Like, she's feeling Pegasus' ban hard right now of protecting females. um,
If
Caroline will kind of look over at Lita and she's like, if you don't mind, she could stay with us, but that's up to you guys.
she nods. She's like, yeah, yes, she should. I would love that, but it's your house, even though I'm the alpha. It's your house, so. But yes, she looks to Alexandra.
I was just going to say that, well, I can definitely look after my tribe mate if need be. Also, that entire situation interests me.
Oh, as it does me. I'm sure it does all of us. Like, never met anyone who has survived a black spiral attempt to convert the way that you have.
Yeah, well, from what I was told, the guy died midway through with a clave through his chest.
I've heard
Gaia was smiling upon you then.
Something.
I've heard stories not quite like that, but very similar ones.
She'll nod.
So since becoming Cleoth, I've kind of stayed on the outskirts, bringing people back that get away, that run away, to avoid punishment. Dishing out punishment if necessary.
The fact that you're tainted and you made it to Cleoth, and I'm actually impressed.
The Sept wanted me to go through as fast as I could, and so I did, and I focused, and I did my duty. I learned and studied and worked hard, and I don't have a great connection to that guy and energy in us, but most Homits don't.
Lita nods.
Caroline will nod as well.
Sounds like the Shadow Lords were a good choice for you.
I make sure the right thing's being done.
Well, she looks to Caroline and Alexandra. Should we show our new friend her new home?
I'd be happy to.
Now you're making it sound like I'm going to prison.
With Caroline's furniture, it might as well be one.
Lita covers her mouth and looks at Alexandra like, oh.
Caroline just kind of stares daggers at Alexandra for once in her life.
Alexandra looks directly
Ooh.
back.
Lita looks at the two of them like, this. Okay, let's go home so I can make popcorn because this is gonna get interesting.
Yeah, it's obviously being playful, but even when she's playful, the fuck with me is very real right now.
Right?
Sure. Are we crossing here? Or is there somewhere better? My bike's not parked far away.
Crosshair's fine. And I will just say that they all step across because we can't roll dice. So
She flips sunglasses down on over her eyes and crosses very quickly for a low gnosis person. And she gets on a motorcycle that's parked not far away and throws on a helmet.
Yeah, and I imagine Caroline have a car. One of us has to have a car.
Caroline has like a an SUV actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll pile in that and follow us. Because I'm like, Lita doesn't drive. I almost gave her like an intolerance for cars, but I decided not to.
No.
Well, I mean, based on her backstory, it makes sense. But she's just, you can tell that getting in cars is very uncomfortable for her, but she does it begrudgingly, and yeah. So.
What seat does Lita sit in?
Shotgun.
God damn it.
Of course, she's the alpha. She's gonna be up there with Caroline.
Plus, she feels a little bit less closed in up front. So.
Okay. If it's an issue with that, no, then it has no.
Yeah, no, because when she was in her accident, she was in the back seat. She doesn't do back seats very well.
Yeah, Alexandra doesn't care. She's kind of
So, like, she barely does cars. She doesn't do back seats.
If Alexandra wanted, she could ride on the motorcycle with Victoria.
Do it.
You know, she probably. You know what? She probably will in this case. What's she got going on? Definitely. Yeah.
Vroom vroom, and off we go. Zoom zoom zoom.
You'll notice that this house is actually pretty nice. Like it's two resources house, but it's off into like rural Kansas, so it's really cheap. So it's pretty big actually. And you'll notice that it's actually really close to Sept. It's not on Sept, but close.
We ain't got to go far. And
Is smoking allowed inside?
Caroline will look at all the plants and she'll say, preferably outside.
Okay. Just wanted to ask before I piss somebody off. Nice place you got here.
Thank you. It's all of ours now. And she smiles.
Alexandra looks at the couch and just looks back at Caroline. Shouldn't say shit.
You know, I think I saw a better couch than that sitting on a street corner back in town.
If you want, you guys can all pitch in to get a couch, okay?
It said free couch on it.
You know what?
I mean, we could just go to IKEA.
Do you even have that out here?
I don't think.
Yeah, there's one in Kansas City. We have to go all the way to Kansas City, but there's one in Kansas City.
Road trip?
Road trip. Yeah, Caroline's got a big car.
We can all fit in there. She smiles.
IKEA, ho!
I mean, we don't have to go right this second, but
Yeah, but if the couch is that bad, I'm wondering if if there's even a bed in the room.
Lita just kind of narrows her eyes and like, okay, stop.
Alexandra said it's like a prison. Prisons don't really give you a bed. They give you a thick blanket on concrete.
No, look. Don't take Alexandra literally. Please don't take
And
Alexandra literally ever. Just don't.
She's like, I will mention that there isn't a bed because those weren't originally rooms for people, but I had an air mattress set up. If you want to go buy a bed, we can go buy a bed too.
Air mattress will work.
Air mattress for tonight. We'll go shopping tomorrow.
Caroline will not.
And then Lita goes to the kitchen to start making popcorn.
Might as well get tea for everybody too.
Tea? People actually drink that out here?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to drink tea.
Was always too bitter. Tasted funny with creamer.
I mean, we could drink coffee too.
Coffee's better. Is there a Starbucks around, or do you guys have those nearby?
Lita just shakes her head. Like, no, that's another road trip. You're in the look. We're really in the middle of nowhere here, which isn't as middle of as in the middle of nowhere as my last sept. So she shrugs.
Still though, I did see a man fucking a goat on my way here.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, are you
I think he's still
talking
at
about
it.
Kevin? I've passed Kevin by a couple of times.
That's his name? What the shit?
You know his name? What?
How'd you find out his name?
I don't even want to know how you know his name, Caroline. I don't.
He
definitely want
came
to know.
up to my vehicle asking for money one day, and I was just trying to be nice. I never again.
Did you give him a pity
You
fuck
know he's
too?
gonna, you know he's gonna want that number.
Oh hell! Oh no, I didn't. Oh.
He's gonna be like, hey, so what's going on? Maybe I can use that money you gave me and we can get some fucking, I don't know, some pumpkin spice lattes with goat milk in them. Why goat milk? He winks.
To be fair, I didn't see him fuck a goat before I gave him the money. I think he actually bought the goat.
Oh!
Well, as long as he's taking care of it, I guess that's whatever.
I don't. Oh, Lita like just shakes her head, and she puts the popcorn into a bowl and sets it down on the coffee table. And she's like, "Okay, can we please talk about something else? Oh my god."
Sure. Do you know if he has any gifts to make sure that the goat consented?
Yeah,
Because if not,
yeah,
then we have issues. Because
yeah, how the fuck does a goat consent? I feel like we may have to find Kevin.
well, there's some Garou that can speak to animals.
Wait a minute. I can do that. I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Lita will not.
Go learn
And
how
then
to
we'll
talk.
deal with Kevin if he hasn't gotten the goat's consent. So
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's not okay.
Oh. Caroline's just shaking her head, like at the thought of him buying a goat with the money she gave him.
so either you gave him a lot of money or that goat was cheap.
I'm pretty sure it was really cheap.
Probably really cheap, yeah. Goats aren't that expensive around here.
Obviously.
Having never bought any animal other than like a burger or chicken sandwich, rotisserie chicken, fish fillets.
Out of character, I had a friend who bought a goat for $20 in Arkansas. So Kansas, I can imagine like.
Yeah, for sure.
And so yeah, I wouldn't know how much a pet costs, so to speak. Yeah, I'll take your word on it. Wow, gonna have to get used to these. Midwesterners.
I don't even know why I moved to Kansas. She just says.
I came here for a fresh start. Just kind of shakes her head. I'm glad I met you guys.
Caroline nods.
Or girls, I should say.
Girls, gals, guys, whatever.
Yeah, she just kind of shrugs. Like, whatever. I might be a Black Fury, but I'm not that fucking stuck up. Jesus. Oh, Victoria.
Yes, Lita.
So where exactly are you from?
Shadow Lord Sept, XYZ up in Colorado. I don't know a name of the Sept. I'm just making that up. That's fill in the blank.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just say that she said the name of a sept. It doesn't matter. So sept in Colorado. Oh, Colorado. It's not too far from here.
Nope. It's all downhill from there.
So why are you here?
Passing through.
Oh,
Stop at Seps along the way. Do shit here and there. Keep myself busy. When there's nothing to do, I'm not needed. Move on.
there's plenty to do around here. She nods.
Alrighty then.
Well,
Quest-
I'm gonna go make coffee. How about that?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Why didn't your old set take it upon themselves to remove the taint that you had acquired?
At the time, they said I was a cub, and that was a lot of resources to put out for somebody who may or may not even be able to make it to being a full Garou. After which point, they said, you can't stay here anymore because, well, you're tainted and you're putting the sept at risk. So I left.
So they were lazy.
Uh, Pragmatic. They're looking at the larger picture. I'm just one individual who was putting everyone at risk and putting a lot of people at risk with no guaranteed outcome. Wasn't right for them.
Still, I think it's wrong to chastise one for the greater of many. All
And
of
it wasn't
us.
Chastised.
and it wasn't even your fault though. Like, I don't understand.
That
Must be some of the more extreme assholeish shadow lords.
that's what I meant by a chastise. I'm sorry.
No, they're just being assholes.
She'll nod.
No, they were taking a major issue and they were shoving it off onto someone else. Not you yourself, but the
But it
taint.
is my issue to deal with.
Uh,
Getting BSD to talk is a pain in the ass.
they just needed somebody to no. You'll see that she's like thinking like she wants to say something, but she's not sure what she needs to say.
No, I could have stayed, and had I stayed and joined a pack, that pack might have helped me come and deal with it, but I needed to stretch my legs, prove to myself that I was able to handle this without people, because if I can't handle my own problems, at least on the day to day, level. I have no right asking others to risk their lives for a possible fix.
You have any interest in joining a pack?
If one had interest in me, I'd consider it. Most definitely.
Lita looks to her pack mates.
Caroline shrugged. She says, "My house is open as long as you are all willing."
She looks to Alexandra. What do you think?
And Alexandra is very deeply thinking. If you decide for it, then I would be more than happy to welcome my tribe mate.
She'll nod. I'll look to Victoria. Welcome to our pack. We're gonna help you.
That was fast.
She shrugs. Pretty good at judging people, even though I'm not a Philodux. And you already seem to mesh very well with us, so she nods.
Caroline laughs. She just says, "Well, it could be like the time whenever I walked up to them and I said almost like 4 sentences and I was part of the pack."
That's true. We actually took a little bit more time to get to know you than we did Caroline. She laughs.
Short conversation, free house. Longer conversation, trouble. Yeah, I can totally see the difference. Makes sense.
There's also the fact that there's a lot of weird shit here. And I don't know about you, but I'm not looking to die in some farmhouse.
Oh God, no.
Mm.
As long as we don't see any more vines. Caroline shudders.
Yeah,
I'm going to personally burn those fucking vines down and execute the man that shot me.
We need to go take care of that. Oh my God.
Vines.
Caroline then kind of looks up and then she's like, "And hopefully I won't see any more demons."
Vines and demons. Well, don't worry. You should have a larger Bane presence when I'm around, and possibly people coming by to talk to me. Or trying to kidnap me. Depends on the individuals.
Well, there's an upside. We won't have to go on too many Bane hunts.
And it makes things a lot easier for whenever I want to cleanse things.
Anything else you want to know about me? Oh, glorious leader of this pack?
Oh
Or
yeah,
fellow pack members?
out of character, Lita is purebreed 5, Caroline's purebreed 4, and how much purebreed does Alexandra have?
2.
2. Okay.
I have 0.
Yeah, we don't get any pure breed off of Victoria, which out of character and in character kind of makes sense because of her taint, it would have removed any pure breed she would have had. So
Yeah.
and Alita will say, I don't have anything else at this moment, but if the others would like, of course they can ask you questions.
Yes, I smoke. Yes, I drink. No, I don't do drugs. I don't sleep often. I don't sleep well.
Caroline closes a few drawers.
If it means anything, I don't sleep often either.
Drugs are mostly personal preference.
That's fair.
The only laws I worry about following are the litany. Protect the veil.
Oh, and out of character, I forgot to say this. There is a lot of books, and there's vials of plants. You can tell one of them is has a knack for botany or something, and it is like an obsession. There are plants everywhere.
Is there a preferred area you'd prefer that I smoke in, or just outside?
Uh, hmm. I would prefer outside just by.
I meant anywhere in particular outside. I'd already determined you wanted me outside.
Maybe we can set up a smoking area for you out back.
Whatever you like. We had one hotel that wouldn't let me smoke within 50 feet of any doors. I was like, ridiculous.
Caroline just kind of shrugs. She's like, at least smoking is fine as long as you don't just wither plants on site. She kind of looks off to the side like she's experienced that.
Never seen plants wither by my presence.
That's good.
So which room's mine?
There's actually a lot of rooms down this hallway, and Caroline has actually put on signs on each of the doors, and there are 2 rooms that don't have signs. She's like, you can pick either one of these.
You can go into this one. Alexandra points out one of the rooms, which both Lita and Caroline would know is very, very close to Alexandra's room personally.
And Caroline's room is the furthest from Alexandra because of how much noise she expected from her.
Oh my god! And yeah, Lita is probably the room is just somewhere in the middle. So would imagine it's across the hall, across probably next to Caroline's and across from Alexandra's.
Sure, that'll work. Is this a motorized pump air mattress or one that I'm gonna have to use a hand pump for?
Caroline smiles. She's like, it's electronic. She turns it on.
Sweet. Go grab my bag. Start getting comfortable. And please, if you ever want to, I love it when people lie to me, so please, feel free.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that.
The truth isn't nearly as fun as a lie.
I feel somewhat obligated to disagree with that.
Yeah, Caroline kind of like shrugs a
There's
little
gotta
bit.
be a particular reason for that. She kind of looks at a Victoria's suspiciously, like, "What's your deal?" I mean, she is a Philodox. She probably likes being a challenge on discerning truth from lies.
Caroline will go up to Victoria and be like, "Is there a particular way that you can tell truth from lies? I
Oh
would
yeah.
assume so."
Oh yeah. Tell me a lie.
I'm very egotistical and proud. Obviously a lie.
And she gets a slight grin on her face. Yep, that was a lie. I like it. Feels good.
Alexandra will say, all right then. Let's try this. I have a healthy sense of confidence and self-esteem.
If it's a lie, then she will get a smile on her face.
No, the weird thing is,
It's not a lie.
Nope, that is the complete fucking truth.
She'll sit there. Yeah, and
all right, that's what I thought.
And Lita will look at her and say, with a straight face, "I don't have an irrational hatred for men."
Definitely goes off.
you're a Black Fury. Of course, you have some.
She just starts laughing.
Was she lying that she has an irrational hatred for men? Then, when she says that, she said it with a very big grin.
Caroline looks. Caroline looks over at Alexandra, and then she'll look over at Victoria and be like, "Alexandra is the most humble person I've met." Obviously lying again.
Lita just cups her mouth, her hand over her mouth, and just steps back, turns around, and just starts. She can't even.
Victoria has body kind of has a small shiver. I haven't felt this much, this good from people lying to me since last guy I picked up. Swore he didn't do it. Swore he was innocent. That was a good night.
Wait a minute, in what regard?
He kept professing that he was innocent, and I enjoyed it.
All right.
And she makes that gesture as she takes a deep breath of like raising her hand up and then down as she breathes out. All right.
Wait a minute. Considering what I just learned, Alexandra knows what those things look like. Does it look like Victoria has that?
She doesn't look to be wearing any earrings.
I know. But does it look like she's actually feeling something from this?
Yes, there was a slight flush starting to come to her face.
Okay.
Well, anyway, since you're joining the pack, what do you think of Hummingbird?
Hmm. Don't know much about it.
Caroline
Scared
smiles.
of one of the broods. I know it's not worm tainted.
Uh, well, hummingbird comes from Uktena.
Hmm. You think
And
Uktena spirit's gonna make a pack without any Uktena?
well,
Suppose it's possible.
I believe that hummingbird would be willing still, as because they are very hungry and they want gnosis. And as long as we give them gnosis, they should be happy, but they're very ravenous with that.
Okay. A ravenous bird. Can we just put out bird feeders? Like make a gnosis generating bird feeder for it? Kind of being
That's
serious.
that certainly would be an interesting idea. I don't know how that would work though.
Get a bird feeder, bind like spirit of gnosis to it, like in a fetish or something, and
Hmm. Caroline looks over at Lita and looks over at Alexandra. Then she thinks, and then she's like, I would also need to learn rite of binding. And she opens up a notebook and like checks.
probably a good idea.
She smiles. I'm still learning. And she kind of looks at the other two. She's obviously uncomfortable that she's like being the only one talking to Victoria. She's kind of slinking away.
Alexandra just kind of likes watching Carolyn squirm a little bit, so
Don't worry, I'm not gonna bite you, kid.
no, it's fine. It's just
Unless you want me to.
no thanks. I wonder though, actually, maybe if I research more about plants, there may be a supernatural way I can get rid of taint. And you see her like go start thinking about something about plants and taint, and she's muttering, and she starts looking at her bookshelf.
It's one of the warts. It doesn't work. Fungus, mold. Yeah.
Hmm.
Excellent thought, though.
Well, yeah. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the coffee. It should be done brewing by now. And she walks off to the kitchen.
She needs to get laid. Relax some.
trust me, I've tried. It's not going to work. Tried to get her laid, not yeah. She just ain't into it. It's all right though.
You try to get her a woman?
I trust me. I've tried both, in between, other. It's just kind of not her thing.
Some people just aren't interested.
Yeah.
Okay, have you tried offering her plants for sex? Like using the
Maybe
plats?
So what? Maybe she's plant sexual.
There
Do you
was a
see the
story
way-
about a Thayards that fucked a dragon. That happened. Maybe she does need to hook up with the spirit.
Plant spirits, you get that spirit heritage stuff somehow.
The vines. Lita actually is acting like, wait, that might not be a bad idea.
No. Alexandra looks over and says, "No, no, no." As your beta hatch,
Not those. No. Not those vines. No, not those vines.
Okay.
No. Just vines, general.
Okay. Maybe to those, but not those vines. Those vines are bad.
Maybe like an ivy spirit, so you can have sort of like that hentai thing going on. But with plants. The urges are weird.
Caroline comes back with 4 cups of coffee. There's a little thing for creamer and a bowl of sugar with a spoon. 4 actually. She sets it down on the coffee table.
God, what's that phrase? I can't think of it right now. That's who you. That would be a name for you. Just a thought going through my head with what I've seen of you so far. Saving myself for Gaia.
Caroline starts blushing, and then she kind of looks over at Alexandra.
It's true.
And she's
Lita's jaw drops and she's like, "Are you serious? Wow."
but did Alexandra tell you that I'm not a virgin? I mean,
She said that you don't have sex.
Yeah, she tried it. She wasn't that into it.
So you obviously haven't found something that you need. Because you need some sort of outlet, girl. If it's with plants, go with plants. And spirits exist. They can consent.
I don't want just like anybody. I want a romantic relationship. You see her blushing really big.
You can have that with plants.
See, I was trying to tell you, she's ace as fuck. Which is okay.
I think that's demisexual, that yet want a connection.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like Demi's on the ace spectrum. It's a thing.
I mean, I know that I have to breed eventually, but
No, you don't.
No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Yeah, no, no, fuck that.
Oh,
I don't care what the nation says.
Yeah, no.
And you have a file of docs right here who's telling you no. So there you go.
Oh, thank you. I've heard plenty of actually. Child of Gaia's have told me that I would have to breed. Oh.
No.
It's usually the old people telling you.
Among my tribe, there is pressure to breed because there is honor in becoming a mother. However, we also preach consent, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So if you choose not to breed, that's not something you have to do. So, no. Don't think that you have to.
She nods. She's like, it's not that I don't want to, I just want there to be love involved.
Okay, which is totally fine. Yes, do that. Don't.
You can still be saving yourself for Gaia.
And you can have children with spirits, I believe. I've heard stories.
Yeah, Garou are fucked like that.
I mean, I've heard the story about the Thayards that fucked the dragon. That's literally the only one I know. I can go and see if I know if I can learn some more.
Caroline kind of like looks off to the side whenever you say like bread with spirits. Wait, have you guys seen her in the? Yeah, you. No, you haven't seen her in the Umbra yet.
Nope.
No, we've probably seen her.
Actually, we met in the Umbra today, so
Oh, okay. When you met her in the Umbra, she literally had flowers growing out of her coat.
yeah. See, you already got that connection to plants. Just go all the way. Enjoy it. Find a spirit you like. Make a connection. Talk to them. Get to know them. Have sex with them. Be happy. Live forever.
Wait a minute, would that make it incest?
No, unless it's the same spirit that gave her the flowers in the first place. Most people are born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Fuck.
Caroline just kind of pushes. She pushes her hair back, like after she says that, kind of like as a joke.
She sips on her coffee, adding cream and sugar until she's happy with it. So when we go to IKEA tomorrow, we're stopping at Starbucks. I need a
Caroline will
pumpkin
nod.
spice latte.
That's fine. Oh, you know what? I think we can buy coffee from Starbucks so we can bring back to brew.
Exactly.
Wait,
Look, Caroline, you finally have a friend.
I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes. For gosh,
Whatever, I saw the fucking cup.
she's kind of like throwing her hands up in the air.
Lita mouths to Victoria. She's so basic.
Victoria will pat Caroline on the head. It's okay. Just embrace your white girl. It's okay.
But I'm not that white. I'm tan.
That just means you've been in the sun. It doesn't mean you're not white.
Yeah, no, let's not get it twisted.
Big difference.
Lita's looking at Alexandra like, is she gonna turn up or what?
She wasn't about to. But, I mean, she was thinking about it.
Lita's gonna sit down. Lita's gonna sit down and grab the popcorn bowl.
So who's the
Caroline.
omega of the pack?
We don't really have an omega. Just alpha and beta, and then everyone else.
If that one guy joined, he probably would have been the Omega. She shrugs.
She just shakes her head like no. Like
She's
he's okay.
laughing.
She'll say, you know, he's okay to teach me stuff, but I don't want to. No, I don't want him in her pack. He's an idiot.
Wouldn't you like, Lita, someone to just stand there while someone else does all the work? Wouldn't that be fun?
Not particularly, no.
Caroline giggles
Because
a
he
little
probably wouldn't survive very long in the pack. I'd snap his neck.
bit. We could have him stay in a hut outside, and we could have like him as like the errand boy. That would be great. Oh my gosh, I'm around Alexandra too much.
I mean, I get
I
that
don't know, even
that he's lupus, but I get that he's lupus, but he's really dumb even for a lupus. Like no.
I'm not gonna lie, Caroline. That was a little fucked up even for me. Like even I was like, damn, you need to take a step back. Like look, yeah.
I don't know. It's just have to explain every little thing to him. I don't even know half the things that we're learning, but oh, I don't know. It's just
Well, all right. I'm not gonna get on. I personally am not gonna get on someone for just not knowing things. I mean, let's not forget. Literally a wolf. That said, he's a Cleath and we're going into the city pretty regularly. He don't need to be a glass walker. He just needs to know what a stop sign is.
Should be simple enough. Has he learned how to read?
Actually, has he learned how to read?
I don't
A lot of
know.
them, a lot of people kind of assume because you kind of almost innately know those our runes and stuff, so they may assume he can read, but not actually have taught him to read.
Yeah, but you can't teach work ethic.
Sure, you can.
What? Kick him enough times and maybe he'll do something?
I'm certain
To do something.
Alexandra would like that.
If he doesn't do it, he pays the punishment for it. You tell him to do something. He doesn't do it, he pays the punishment for it. That's how this whole thing works.
Caroline hands out her hand, like points to Victoria with her hand and just says, "And thus I said, errand boy."
He's not joining our pack, but we can still make him our bitch. It's fine.
Caroline
See?
nods.
Give him a purpose in life. Everybody needs a whipping post.
Lita will nod at that. She's very satisfied with making this motherfucker work for his dinner.
Caroline, being Little Miss Bookworm, can make sure he can read so that he understands the word stop.
And he is your tribe mate, so, you know.
She nods and she said, "And I did offer to teach him a thing or two, but."
So teach him, yes. Teach him how to read. Make sure that he knows what a stop sign is.
Stop sign, how to recognize certain words on vehicles like police.
I think he needs to know like very basic things like police, no, yes, stop.
Reading street signs would be helpful.
Understand what yield is, because that will definitely be helpful. Or the crossing signs. Don't want him getting hit by a car.
If he's in Hamid, it won't hurt him.
True.
I don't know, but it would raise a few eyebrows.
Just didn't hit him as hard as you thought he did. He got lucky.
True.
I need to see about getting that fake police ID finished.
I just thought it was funny though that after all that he wanted to join our pack and everything, but he didn't follow us to the greenhouse. Like he didn't even try to prove himself. I just didn't understand.
And what moon is he from? Under?
Crescent.
He is a theurge.
Were you dealing with a spiritual problem?
No, he was going to
No, I mean in the greenhouse. Was it a spiritual problem?
Yes, there was worm taint, and he went to go hack into a computer rather than go check the worm taint.
What was he hacking into the computer for?
I don't even think he was hacking into it because he didn't even know how. He was just watching Dusty.
Glasswalker kinfolk.
This guy's a real number.
She shrugs. Like I said, I don't understand him.
Yeah. Now, Dusty, though, Dusty was the one that made sure that we weren't caught on cameras.
Dusty was useful. Low key saying that he wasn't useful. Oh God, Caroline, you chin so sassy.
Yeah, I don't understand why Endures the Nightmare didn't come with us to help with the worm taint. He doesn't know jack about computers. He's Therge, but what do I know? I'm just a big dumb maroon. Very sarcastically.
I think his intent, however, didn't really work out very well. He did want to cover. I think the intent was he and the. What the fuck was that bone knotter's name? Can I remember the bone knotter's name?
Out of
No idea.
character, Caroline knows. Oh God, what is his name?
Out of character.
Caroline knows.
Out of character, it's Juan Paul McGraw. Alexander is choosing to not remember his name, at least right now, because Bonar.
Yeah, Lita doesn't care enough to remember. Like Bonar, she doesn't care. And a Bonar male, she doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what his name is.
Uh,
Really don't.
I
Yeah.
just remember that he had a shank called Golden Pledge that he castrates people with.
Adorable.
Okay. I mean, at least he's doing something useful.
She nods. I assumed you would like hearing the fact that this guy is castrating people.
I mean, she nods shamelessly, like, yep.
I mean,
As long as they've done something to warrant it, sure. If he's just going out randomly castrating people,
yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
Lita's gonna keep her mouth shut. Like, in her mind, he's doing the world a favor, whether they deserved it or not. less breeding among humans is just fine with her.
But anyway, Caroline will kind of grab a few books, or no, she'll look at her watch and she's like, "Oh, I haven't really been looking at the time. I need to go.
have a
Work
good one.
calls. Bye."
bad.
Are there any beers here? Or do I have to go in and pick those up before the weekend?
There should be beer in the fridge.
Okay, good. Someone told you about the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, this last weekend up in, what the fuck was it? Nebraska? Or down in Nebraska, wherever the fuck it is.
And
They
the
did
fucking
the same
fight
shit.
was fucking terrible.
Yeah. Not fun. Anything I need to know about in particular that's going on though? Or just deal with it when it comes up?
Well, right now the biggest issue are the mutated animated plant vines. Those are being contained in a facility on the local college.
Okay, so You just
We have to go back and destroy the plants, preferably at night. Not too late because it has to be like within a window of like what I think we decided midnight to like 3 or 4 a.m.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
has to
So
be in that window.
yeah,
Okay.
and I think we should probably use the Umbra because and just step sideways in the plant facility where they're being contained, destroy them, and then go. But that's just me. Um, but that's our top priority right now is getting those plants destroyed. And then we need to go get our totem. And I think there's still the issue of the missing lions, aren't there?
It's an issue, but I haven't heard about anyone getting mauled by lions.
Well, that's good.
How do you have missing lions?
Someone blew up the zoo. When I say blew up the zoo, I mean there was an explosion at the zoo and some lions got out.
And we think that they were taken by leeches, right?
Yeah, we certainly have that idea.
That would mean they're probably being fucked with somehow. Vampire lions, that would be fucked up.
Lita shudders. If they become a problem, we'll kill them.
If they become a problem, it'll be a big problem.
We'll take care of it when it comes up. Right now, it's not our priority.
Probably some old motherfucker who wants to be all like regal and like, I have majestic lion to serve me. Fucking prick. Alright, I'm gonna get my stuff situated. If you need me, I'll probably be out back smoking or just wandering around familiarizing myself with the place.
Sounds good.
And she'll go out and grab her bag out of her saddlebags on her bike and head up to her room.
Alita will look at Alexandra. What do you think?
I think I've heard a story that resembles hers.
Oh?
Very, very old story.
Do you want to tell it to me now, or do you want to wait to share with the pack?
I can tell it to you now.
She'll nod.
Basically, there was a Metis child, the product of a member of my tribe and a black spiral.
Yikes.
There were many that saw her as a threat as well. Yet her mother fought for her. See, her deformity was not something physical. She was just unsettling. In fact, many said that she was quite beautiful, but just very unsettling.
She'll nod.
She made a name for herself, and she did overcome the taint inherent in her blood.
So we know it can be overcome, which is good.
Yes, her existence already has a precedent.
Good.
The only thing that I will say is the story is notable for a reason.
Oh,
I mean, it likely doesn't happen very often if it was something someone did every day,
oh yeah, of course.
and there wouldn't be a need for me to know about it.
Do you know how they overcame the taint in her blood?
No, unfortunately.
Well, maybe that's worth finding out about, so that maybe we can have somewhere to work from with Victoria.
I can definitely look into it.
Yeah, find out more about that if you can. I'm sure it's definitely gonna have to be a spirit thing, so our theurge is gonna be heavily involved, and she needs as much to go on as she can. But aside from being tainted, I don't get anything off of Victoria that would indicate that she's malicious or anything like that.
For now, I don't doubt whether she's malicious or benevolent. I'm just waiting to see what angle she has, if she has one.
She'll nod. She's a Philodox. She's probably always going to seem a tad suspicious.
Right.
But our pack needs numbers, and she seems alright to me, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. None of us really knew each other very well when we formed the pack, so that's part of the, for me anyway, part of the fun is getting to know each other.
And I trust your judgment, so
She smiles. Good.
and it'll be fun to have a trite mate close to me.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for you. I think we probably end the scene there, huh? The two of them
Yeah.
just kind of chit-chatting till they go to
Yeah.
bed or whatever.
Mhm.
So, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you next time.